going on, guys? Heading out to Flaming Gorge again after a long week of work and studying. Gonna try to go slay some ling tonight. Honestly, we're probably heading out a little early so we can hook into some lake trout as well. Kirby and I back at it again. But we'll keep in touch with you guys and we'll show you the setup once we get out on the ice.
Hey guys, how's it going? Got our first bite of the night. See if I can get him to hit again. Oh, he grabbed it. Pretty early still about 5 o'clock, pretty daylight still outside, so we just bumped it again.
Sorry about, it's been a little while since we last talked to you. It's been about a couple hours, but it took us a while getting out here because we kept seeing a bunch of wildlife. We seen a bull. Oh, Kirby's hooked up. Heck yeah, that's a good way to keep the day going into the night.
Oh, he's running at me. Oh, he popped off.
Starting to look.
So I got a homemade jig head with a homemade skirt, glow in the dark. I haven't blown him yet. Still pretty light outside. He tore my bait all to crap. I was just changing batteries in the lights. And he tapped it a couple times. Just a little ling. I like to call him ling. A lot of people prefer burbot, but you can call them both things. A lot of people in Wyoming call him ling. If you noticed, I got a new hut. It's a lot bigger. The other one broke on us. Broke that zipper the last trip out, so I'm gonna sink this back down, not blow it yet. And then we're gonna let it sit. Cutter's still rigging up, so hopefully that we'll have a good night. Pretty good already hit, so hopefully got some action for you guys. Stay tuned. Go ahead, Cutter.
Oh, I missed him. I just missed him.
Explain to the camera.
Okay, guys, I just dropped my first pole down. And I got a fish right on top of my jig on the fish finder here. And he took it once. I'm just waiting for him to take it again. Oh, he dropped back down. Might be a laker.
Probably is the way he's following you. If he's following you like you're saying.
He is. He came up. And then as soon as I reeled up some more, he kind of dropped down.
Still there?
Yeah, he's there still. Oh, there's another one.
One came up?
Yeah.
Another one came up, guys. Get him, Cutter. Where do you want this pole, buddy?
It's going to be in this hole to my left here.
Jigging pole?
Yeah.
This green one?
No.
Oh.
Because my jigging pole is going to be in my right hand.
Okay.
So this one's going to be, and he's gone. That was, as soon as I hit the, dude, as soon as I dropped it to the bottom.
He shot up.
Yeah.
Did you glow it?
No, I didn't. I just dropped it. And I wasn't even on bottom because I was going to rest it like a little bit off bottom, and
right.
It came up, and then he hit it once, but then it must have not been interesting enough to him.
So I had some work done to my truck. Last time we were out here on the last video, my four-wheel drive. The weekend before that, my four-wheel drive. I broke my CV joint. So I decided to get it fixed, got it fixed, everything. Well, when I took it out here, kicked on, when we came back out after that video, we were going to catch some lake trout. Well, we lost Colton's pole, or his whole entire sled, and all of his gear. So I decided to, we'll go back for it. Well, I got stuck. My four-wheel drive was not syncing right. The shop explained it to me. All these new trucks that you have to have your four-wheel drive talk to your computer. So it wasn't talking to my computer, so it was confused. It was stuck in two-wheel drive. It wouldn't turn back on. So I had some work done to it. And yeah, I don't even know why I started talking about that. What was the whole point of that? I don't know. You got a fish? Mm-hmm. You getting a hit?
No. That fish come up to this one. I just had a hit.
You bumped it?
Yeah, I bumped it. Oh, I missed him again. He's
just tapping it?
Yeah.
Let him get it. Give it to him. All the shallows, all the action. Gone?
No, I hit it again.
Did you bump it?
Yeah.
What do you got on there? All that homemade, huh?
Got him. Oh, he popped off.
Well. Still there?
Yeah.
Easy. Don't quit shampooing him. Oh, Cutter, your pole, other pole's getting a bump. He bumped it. Let me go come over here and catch this fish for me.
Just jig it, cause I kept getting a bump on here.
What do you got on here?
That
tube jig?
Oh yeah. It's a Laker, dude.
I know.
He's still a little over me.
There he is. Pick up, pull it away from him.
I did.
There you go. There you go. It's a rainbow.
There we go, guys. Hooked up on the second fish. Missed the first one. Kirby's hooked up on the first one today, but it is a rainbow.
Just a nice little rainbow. It looks like cutthroat.
Oh, there we go.
First fish on the ice. That's a good one, dude. He's beautiful.
Whoa, if I could get him to calm down real quick. Whoa, whoa.
Cut.
Gonna let this bad boy go. Whoop. There he goes. A little slow start, but I'm gonna show you here what I got on. Is that homemade jig, just a plain homemade jig, just a white plain homemade jig with a little bit of sucker meat on it, doing the trick.
It's got a white background, and then I dipped it in glow powder paint, so it glows, but it's that invisible powder paint. And the best way for it to show really well is to have that white background, or it's just lead that glows.
Alright guys.
I got a Ling going on it, just letting him give it a little bit. I'm about to give him all I got.
There he is, hooked him up. find him?
He's just a little guy.
I thought for a second when you said get the camera, I thought we were talking about the underwater one for a minute.
Oh no. First burbot through the ice. That's a decent one. That's about average.
Here we go, guys.
I'll grab him and bring him to the camera so you guys can get a better look at him. There's a fish down there on the bottom.
Yep.
So Cutter's got action over there. I have action over here. Cutter's in that 20-some feet of water.
25 to 30.
25 to 30, and I'm in 38 to 40 or so. I'm pretty deep. We're setting up on a rock shelf. Produces great lake trout. Good ling.
I got a hit.
Cutter's got a hit as we're speaking.
As I set it down.
As he sets it down. That's mainly when they hit. But
yeah, he took off. I wonder if he took
nice ling. Decent. Now I'm going to spin you guys to Cutter.
Straight to the bottom after he hits that one. Maybe
Second ling hit tonight.
that wasn't a bad size ling.
Well, he was decent. I think one's playing with this pole over here. It's bouncing just a little bit.
It's not even dark out.
Could be the crawdads on bottom. That's why a lot of these rainbows and stuff are coming up. Yeah, it's not even dark yet. So this is your best time to catch burbot, ling, well, same thing. Best time to catch ling, rainbows, cutthroat, browns, lake trout is right here. You have your shelf line with nice decent rocks. I sent the underwater camera down last time we were here, and there's huge boulders and crawfish everywhere. Cutter's getting a bump. Is there one on the fish finder? So a lot of times right now the ling are really active, so they will come up off bottom and grab it. But during the night you want to be bouncing it off bottom and make sure they can hear it, glow it up so they can see it better. Kind of just, they can see it once they get close to it.
They got really poor eyesight, so they got to really use their other senses for finding them jigs at night, and the glow in the dark just helps them out a little bit.
Get a hit?
No, I'm just trying to get organized here.
Cutter, we're at. Alright guys, well, the battery's getting cold, so we're kind of fighting time here. Oh, I got a hit. Got a bump. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Oh, I missed him. Oh, I missed him again. So you just want to barely bounce it. Here he is. He grabbed it again. Got him that time.
That boy curb.
Oh, he popped off. So what you're doing is just barely bouncing it off bottom, near bottom. Drop down to the bottom, reel up. Oh, he hit me on the way down. I don't think this is a ling. Pretty aggressive. I'll drop all the way to the bottom now. Since he hit me on the way down, I wasn't close. There's bottom. I'm going to reel up a couple turns and just barely give it a bounce. Let it sit for a minute. Barely bounce it. He might have stole my sucker meat. But now we got all the poles in the water. almost time to glow jigs too. So we use a little black light. Use that black light to glow up stuff. Works a lot better. You can use an LED light. But with the difference between the black light and the LED is the black light glows the whole entire thing. The LED LED leaves marks like little circles in your stuff from the light bulbs in them. Oh, they're hooked up.
Oh, my bell.
Your bell.
Oh,
sweet. Hooked up on the jigging pole. What do we got, Cutter?
Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking Ling because I don't know.
I just tapped it. It's not even dark, and this is our 4th or 5th Ling.
Oh.
Easy. Let him run. Well, I don't think... Might be a big Ling, because he's fighting pretty good. Oh, he's screaming. Alright, hopefully I'm going to check my poles. He's on this pole. He's tangled up. We're tangled up. So, make sure this pole doesn't go in there. We'll get it all situated later. He's right here. There he is. Oh, little lake trout.
There we go. He wasn't on that one.
He was. My line's floating back to normal.
Okay, whoa.
Alrighty. So a little bit of everything right now.
Jesus, son, calm down. Too powered that. I need the pliers. Oh, maybe not.
Here.
Got it.
Okay.
Just a baby lake trout. Good eating size. And let him back go and let him get bigger. There he goes. I barely dropped it.
It's almost dark.
I barely dropped it right on the bottom. It was just bouncing off bottom. There we go. Oh, I got a piece of sucker meat over here. I didn't even realize. I was like horsing him up because it felt like a Ling, and then I was like, I have to loosen my drag. Go. Get back down to the bottom and
So as I was saying,
catching another one.
our battery's getting cold, so it might die. So, it's in the corner. The heater's over here between us. We might swap the corner, or the heater over in the corner the camera's in. And then, but if it does die, we're going to run off our phones. So I need to get some spare batteries. I just got this camera in this week. Cutter snagged. He's got it. So I need to get some new batteries for that camera. I didn't offer any spare batteries for it. I did some research on some. I'm just going to have to keep doing some research and find some spare batteries.
What is that? 3 fish? 3 fish, and we're active right now.
Yeah, I had a bump.
Can't even see this line over here on the reel.
Well, you're on bottom, right?
I was right on bottom and barely was off bottom, and he smoked it. Yeah, I had lake trout. All those fillets cooked it Sunday, and it lasts me till today. That's good too. I just baked that in the oven. But you're right. Those are some greasy fish. Peeling that skin off there, greasy.
I think it's time to blow some stuff, man. Blow my... Oh, I'm getting hit. Got a ling on. Got him.
Oh, got him.
Probably the same size ling.
It's kind of hard for us to angle the camera at the hole because, I mean, we got 6 poles up, and if one of us is over there focusing on another, then we could have the opportunity to miss another fish. So there you go. There's the second ling of the night.
Just a little guy. Average around here's this size, that 1 to 2 pounds. Sometimes you'll catch 3 to 4 pounders, but the reason they're average is about that is because game fish doesn't want them in here. So you get the anglers doing their duty to try to get them out for the game of fish. They're unlimited. You can catch as many as you want. Have to be killed immediately. So that's why we throw them out on the ice. And then, so a monster to us is going to be in that
4 to 6 pound range.
Yeah. The state record in Wyoming is 19 pounds. The record in the gorge is 14. Sometimes you can hook up to a 9 to 10 pounder, but a lot of times you're going to be in that 2 to 3 pound range or less. They have a lot of tournaments during ice fishing. They have 3 every year for ling through the ice. I think that's when they spawn. I read a study that game and fish say they spawn 3 times a year and they produce 1,000 eggs every time they spawn. So that's a lot. Oh, my tail's gone. So I'll leave that just like that. It doesn't matter, but I need to show my hook a little bit. When that last fish grabbed it, my sucker meat's covering my hook, so I'm not going to get a hook set. Oh, I got a blue head with a... Gosh dang it.
Blue head with the green?
Yeah.
That's alright.
Should I just leave the body?
Just leave everything, yeah. I mean,
We'll try it, and then if not, I'll grab a green head. So there you go. Glow in the dark. It's not really, it's pretty hard to see. There you go. I'll send that down all the way to the bottom, right to my pole is at the water. Send that all the way down where it slacks at the hole, and then instead of reeling up, just pick it up and put it in my pole holder, so I'm just that inch or so off bottom. It's about a foot off bottom, which is fine. They'll come up and get it. Gives them more view when it's high like that. Cutter just lost a fish. Looked like a pretty good one. Pull up like you were. Don't reel up. He's on that pole. The green one's going. You got him?
Yep. Got him.
Nice. I've missed one and Cutter's slaying them.
Oh, little Ling, little Ling, little Ling. God, it's getting tangled up in all my stuff. How's that feel? Hold on. Whoa. It's hard to strain these guys out, but a little Ling for me. 3 different species for me tonight. Or not species, but 3 different fish. Break that jig. God, he acts like
Come off.
Yeah, he spit it.
Cutter's having all the luck. He's hot, real hot over there. With between 2 poles, missing them.
It must have been a laker. He shot up straight off bottom and hammered it.
And I just missed one, but yeah.
There's one still on bottom.
Cutter, green pole.
There we go.
Good night. Cutter's killing. There's one on bottom still.
Watch that other pole. Yeah, run that other pole.
There's 2 of them on bottom still.
Another Ling.
Another lane.
Go right here.
Holy moly. Yeah, they're all over us.
Little guy. Real little. There we go. Wow.
He's on it.
He's on that. There's one on that one too. No, not anymore. Oh yeah, there is.
Here, Cutter.
Oh Jesus.
Well, shallow was the way to go. I should have listened to you. Oh well.
I don't know. I just had some good luck in that shallow last weekend. Figured it might be a little bit better, but you never know. You and Cole were both fishing deeper water than I was, and you're hooking into the bigger ones. Oh, I got it. There you go, reel that boy. There you go, Curve. Way to go.
Jigging the bottom pole. Jigging off bottom and hooked up. They're it's hot and heavy right now. Oh, he's a chubby.
Ooh,
oh, and he's pooping everywhere. Come on. There's one still on bottom, Cutter.
Yeah, there's one jinking with this pole over here.
This is a hot spot right here. He's got his tail hooked. I'm gonna need to put some new sucker on. rejig, but there's a lot of fish on the bottom. Another one for you guys. So your best time to catch ling, burbot, whatever you guys want to call them, is right before it gets dark to that probably 6 hour mark in the dark. Oh, there he goes, hooked up. Tighten that drag. Cutter's hammering them. One of the best fishing partners I have. Well, there's one still on bottom. Put your transducers back in.
I thought that was going to be a bigger fish.
Yeah.
I took that out.
There's one. Oh, that's you dropping?
Yeah.
Blacklight me.
I'm gonna have my other pole back in the water. I'm having trouble. They keep hitting on all three, so I'm trying just to stick with a couple right now until maybe the bite gets a little bit slow. Darn it!
I gave him the.
I felt like a better ling.
I gave him the 3-hole, guys. Oh, oh, oh! Got a bump on the other pole.
Get it! Get it!
Had a bump, guys. This is the most action we've had on sitting poles all this year. This year, everybody's been having luck on him. Oh, he's bumping it again. I'm just going to let him hang himself. Take it good. Those ling will just nibble on it. Especially the little ones. But they have a really strong mouth. So the minute they grab it, should put the hook in their head, but they got a big piece of sucker on that one. They might be just pulling the tail on that artificial or just on the sucker. Oh, I missed him. Just dropped in with my jig and pole and missed one. Oh, missed him again. Got him that time.
Good. There we go.
Another little guy for you guys. Battery's showing red, so we're gonna probably switch to the phones. Alright, we'll be back. Alright guys, well, we just had a really good spurt come through a school. Oh, I got a little action right here. So, I caught 5 fish within 5 minutes or so. And kind of slowed down a little bit now. Camera it wouldn't turn on. I hit the button a couple times while I was trying to fight fish to get you guys some action. But just had a little bit of movement on this rod. Jig it a little bit. Sit.
Nice scoop, please. Thanks.
So we've just been jigging off bottom, and the minute you pick off bottom, they're on. Cutter's still marking them on the fish finder, and I'm catching them. So there's that. But just wanted to check in with you guys.
That last trip that you guys seen in our last video, we're slaying them more than we did that trip. We caught 15 in 6 hours, and we got 11 on the ice right now. 11 ling and 2 trout, 1 laker and 1 cutthroat. So we're gonna be here all night, so it's gonna be good live action the whole night.
Colton's hooked up into something, or not Colton. Cutter's hooked up into something good. Tighten your drag a little bit. Keep it tight, keep it tight. He's hooked up into something nice.
He's right here.
Nice ling. Big ling.
Holy crap! Let's go!
That's a good ling, dude.
Get him away from the walls.
I got him. These big ones are like big lake trout. They don't really swarm. Look at that sucker. We'll get the weir. That's a fatty.
Let's get a picture too. That's my biggest ling, guys.
Let's get him on the scale.
Smash that.
Okay. 3.30. 3.37. That's a toad. You got him?
Yep. That is a good one.
I just broke off on a, I don't know what it was. It was a good fish. I set the hook and it snapped. Cutter just had a hit. Set the hook on him and he popped off halfway up. He almost took the pole in the water. But I'm pretty sure it was probably a good lake trout that took mine. Ling don't have, they have bass-like teeth. We're marking a good one on bottom right now.
I was moving the transducer.
Oh, well, that might be it. So, but a couple dead sticks that aren't getting hits. It's the first one that's been in a while. But I guarantee it's probably a lake trout that I just broke off on with those razor sharp teeth that they have. Oh well. Just retie and get back at it. Cutter's gonna check his bait.
Light, would you? Quick. Thank you.
So what I'm doing here, when I bait this, I leave, let me get it spun, 2 hooks that are showing, so you get a better hook set. You can put 2 on the bait. I like to do 1, especially through a thick piece of the sucker meat. This lake we can only use dead bait. Artificial dead bait. Can't use any live minnows or anything like that. If we did, we probably could catch a lot more. But everything's got to be dead bait.
Kirby's hooked up again, and we're pretty sure it's another big ling. It did the same thing exactly what that big ling I caught did. Came up, and then just took down.
He's right here. There you go. Yeah.
What black mark?
I'll show the camera. It's a birthmark.
Heck yeah. There's a good one.
So if you see that, that just means that they've been running the bottom. All that mud on their bellies. But he's another 3-pounder. Just jigging off bottom. Loving it. Great action. But there you go. A 3-pounder or so. Awesome. Awesome night. Cutter just caught another one. It's been about an hour with no bites. We've had a lot of suspended fish, but couple bites. I guess we've had a couple bites, but nothing with a hook set. Kind of slowed down. It'll pick back up.
That's nothing special, just another little guy. Just right after I started jigging that a little bit.
Cutter.
Yep.
Get him. He's on there. Oh, your drag. Still on.
No, he's not. What the hell?
What happened? Did it open up your bell?
Yeah.
Your line must have not been in. There you go. I just had a bump too.
Here we go.
Bite is back.
Here we go.
That's a nice one.
Better size.
Yeah, 2 pounds. Maybe a pound and a half. Still one on bottom.
Oh.
There's still a bunch on bottom. I'm gonna drop this pole. It's being suspended.
Kirby flies.
There you go. I think it's showing a couple fish down there still.
I'm taking my bait back, you bastard.
Oh, it just had another hit.
There we go. Nothing special. Once again, that was pretty quick.
Missed him again. Not biting very good anymore. Cutter's hooked up on a pretty nice one. You gonna run?
Yeah, he's running.
There he is. Oh yeah. Oh man, there's a bunch of them down there. There's a lot.
Don't cut on the ice.
Lot of action going on.
He's right here.
I know, I see him.
Come up the hole. There he is. Oh, that's a good one. There we go.
There's a lot of action. A lot of fish down there right now.
Another good 2-3 pounder here, Kirby. You fish. Let me see that.
What's your line? Over there.
Kirby's hooked up.
No.
Hope not. Missed him.
No, I'm reeling up to
Another
these
good
ones.
2-3 pounder. Well, guys, as you can tell, we're back in the pickup, and we haven't seen you in a couple hours, probably since about 9 or 10:30 last night. Bike got real slow. We only picked up a couple here and there. And then about 5:30 we packed up and hit the road, and it is now 7 o'clock the next day, and we're kind of just creeping into town looking for elk and deer, and probably gonna hit the hay. But we want to say thank you for watching, and like and subscribe, tell your buddies, let them know about our channel, and we'll check you next time. Peace.